Here we are. Dungeons and Dragons. It's crazy. It's gonna sound really weird, and it's gonna probably be a little bit of hiccups, but oh well. um, yeah, I'm on holiday,
It's the
so
special Storm Edition.
yeah, exactly. Special Cyclone edition of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. So, last time, Dungeons and Dragons, last streamed episode, there was what did we do? What did we do, guys? you you had left Storm's Ledge and were making your way back to Roga. Got the horses back up. Took a little bit of a trek through the forest.
June had a really cool horse.
June
Yeah.
has a really cool horse. Yeah, made your way through the forest. Stuck around the castle of the guy Belglor that you had turned to gold, and then continued your way around to uh, Roga, where you guys came in through the gate. No problems there. Got waved in by one of the guards that you've previously run into. Seems to be under Wayclaw's employment. Um, his network. Made your way to Parliament officers, noticing that basically the whole town is different to where when you guys come in. There's like military parading going on, and just that general sort of lore about it. Come inside, meet up with Wayclaw, tell him you told him about some stuff. Um, Basically keeping it on the down low exactly what you found out, but did inform him about that basically cities and stuff are draining the magic, and your proof is in the crystal that contains magic. Wakeful asked.
And that his friend is dead.
Oh, you did tell him that his friend is dead as well.
We were a bit more
Dragons.
polite about it than that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Slightly.
Sometimes we
But-
have tact.
Occasionally.
Sometimes. But through all that, he asked if you guys had some way of contacting the ambassador for the Elven Kingdom, because you'd like them to, make an appearance or give some sort of note or something, so that they can, you know, basically be like, hey, we're not attacking you. This is what's going down. Let's not fight. And Rikus started started emanating shadow and fog, until an apparition of Jamie was formed, and that is what stands in front of you all currently, a sort of purple lit visage of like a hologram, a purple hologram of Jamie, standing there in front of you. For Jun's purposes, who's never seen this, never seen, you've definitely not seen elves from the other kingdom. You certainly haven't seen Jamie. I don't think even Nimi had seen any of them during their period. So basically, these elves are a lot more alien looking Then elves of the the old kingdom, the old continent. Um, they have a lot sharper features, a lot more pointedness to them, and extremely tall. Jamie especially has long purple hair, is covered in purple tattoos, which you can see even on this holographic body, shining through with that purple magic. And there she is, in the middle of the room. Any reactions from anybody?
Jun's gonna play it cool and pretend that this happens to him every day.
Cool.
Varys would probably smile.
Mhm.
Just happy to see you.
I mean, I'm
version
gonna
of
run
her.
up and kiss her.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
So
I'm very excited.
you are very excited. You you attempt to run it, Jamie, and you sort of leap off your feet and an attempt to sort of get caught and all that sort of stuff. But you lose your footing as you jump, and you really do get a good jump, and you fall right through her as she is not tangible.
Oh, man.
Jun's gonna laugh. He can't help it.
Mhm. She like you can see as you were coming towards her, she lit up. She was happy about it. And then at just the few moments as you're about to contact, like a dread comes over her face, and she knows what's going to happen, but you don't. And then when you fall through her, she looks down at you, really sorrowfully. I'm sorry. I'm not here.
That makes more sense. That
Varys
does.
will offer a hand to help Thrakus up, even though he knows it's basically just moral support. He's not
Thank
pulling
you.
anyone.
How close am I to June when this is happening?
We were all pretty close in the same room, so
Yeah. I think Jun's probably
No.
like not at the front or at the center of the group because he's kind of actually a little bit unsure of himself. Not that he's letting on.
cool.
Okay, fair.
Well, once you've gotten back up, um, Jamie turns to you all and says, "Well, it's very nice to see you all. Um, all looking well. See you've got a new face. Um,
Oh, hello.
hello there."
I start touching my face, very confused.
Varys just nudges Jun in the knee and says, "Introduce yourself."
Oh,
Uh,
ma'am. And he bows deeply in a kind of quite an elegant bow. And he says, I am Jun. And kind of steps back a little bit.
Nice to meet you, Jen.
man.
So, you when I came, um, what do you need? And with silence, Wakelock steps around. I was like,
This is where I stare at Wakelaw like, what you need, buddy?
he goes, "Well, I'm asking to summon you. I don't know why they need you needed to be here right now, but I guess we could probably do this a couple of times, but they have found. I'm not sure how much you need to know, but basically we're pretty much on the edge of war right now. We need to meet up with the ministers and the council, and basically your friends here have found some evidence that could, point the finger the other way, at least for now, to sow some doubt in these warlike plans. If possible, would you be able to apparate like this in front of them for giving a speech, I guess, saying your side of the story, so that we can get somewhere, have some dialogue? Jamie, smug look on her face. Yes, I can do it. I would need the Rikus to be present for that, but it's not much of an issue. Well, fantastic. I will try and convene with them and set up a date. Hopefully we can do something within probably tomorrow if I can get them all into a room together.
I mean, I feel like the potential end for the war is a very good call for everybody to be there, yes?
Yes, but some of them don't necessarily want that, so it's going to be. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Why would they want a war?
It's a great question.
Are they in service to this Black Sun God?
War
Even if
profiteers.
they're not, they would be inadvertently if they started a war.
You have a point, small friend.
Ferris acknowledges the small, doesn't quite acknowledge the friend.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will save my strength for that meeting. It is so very nice to see you all. Hopefully, once this is all over, you can come back and see me.
Varys is behind holographic Jamie and gives a thumbs up to Thrakus.
With that, she nods at everybody. Gives an extra nod and smile towards Thrakus, and then
I grin at
dissipates.
her.
Slowly dissipates, leaving just a slight purple light for a brief moment over the whole room, and then back to normal. Well, I just get on to contacting people right away on that. Yes, tomorrow. A lot of them are away for this. Is there any chance that you would be able to make it to Cloudport by tomorrow?
Pretty easily, yes.
Perfect.
Our abode hasn't been compromised, has it?
Not that I'm aware of.
I knew that you had plans for the station, that is all.
Yes, I have not yet been able to do much along that, as I have been attempting to avert this war, and
Given
if
everything going on, should probably be tabled, yeah.
yes, if any of that ilk found out about the train, they might Use it for more nefarious purposes. We don't need that.
Indeed.
What's a train?
Oh, you'll see. This will be fun.
Okay.
I bid you all good day.
Would
See
it
you
be
soon.
prudent to figure out which of these councillors are warmongers and investigate whether they are in service to this false god?
I mean, probably, but the last time we investigated a warmonger, we ended up, well, giving them the ammunition to start the war.
So
Yes.
we do it smarter this
accidentally.
time.
Yeah, fair
You
enough.
don't even know what a train is.
Oh, I'm so excited to see if they puke.
Me too.
Hey,
Uh,
I was transported to a whole new continent and I didn't puke.
that's true. I should give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Varys just sort of smiles to himself.
Well, as much as I find your presence entertaining, please do make your way to Card, and I will ensure that if I am not there, that one of my stand-ins direct you to the right place. But as that is where a lot of them have been stationed, as they attempt to orchestrate this war. So they should be there definitely tomorrow. After that, they will be moving on to more western cities. So this is going to be tough.
So you're going to hold this meeting in this card place? Or are we just going to get them?
We'll be holding me.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, we can show you what
Well, let's
happened
go.
to that warmonger.
Yes.
Oh dear. All right. Well,
I did have one thing that I wanted to stay behind, if that was possible.
everybody else just leaving.
Yep.
Everybody else steps out.
I'll be out in a minute.
Jin's gonna kind of look at you sideways, but shrug and go outside.
I imagine that Bailey would have a problem with this, but you're conscious. Anyway,
I would grab Ailey by the back of their robes and be like, "Look, isn't there a shiny thing over there? Yeah, let's go check that out."
what are you
I had two questions, if I may.
you may?
One, you said that you had us on retainer. I believe that we have done some services recently and could use possibly a top up on that.
Yes. Is there anything particular that you're looking for, or just money?
I mean, if you got some cool shit, always happy to see it, but money is usually the most useful.
See, I will have my contact in Cowport sell some necessary items and provide you with the payment when you get there.
Much appreciated. Thank you. The other thing was a bit. I need to ask something of you for the sake of myself, the group, and especially Ailey. I'm not sure when it comes to their dealings with this Black Sun God, but Ailey has been jumping at the opportunity for anything vaguely dragon shaped and has been driving me up the wall because it's going to get them killed. I would like you to, in some form, offer something to Ailey to entice them away from that sun god and to a dragon that we at least know. Please.
Yes, I understand. Unfortunately, the power that they seek is not usually granted, especially not from one such as myself.
That doesn't mean that they couldn't use a friend who is a dragon.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'll take it under advisement.
Thank you. We all would appreciate that. The rest of your day goes as interesting as meeting us was.
I hope.
I'll leave and catch up with the group.
Well, everyone makes it down and out. No issues there. The receptionist is still, yeah, she seems a lot more on edge than she has been previously. But let's go through. Guys exit out onto the street and find the old horses just chilling there. The guards looking around, not sure exactly what they're supposed to be doing here. But yeah, once they see you guys come out and reattend to your horses, the horses come alive. Well, animate at least. So they sort of step back, shocked a little bit, like, oh, okay, that's weird. Um, but as you take reins, they go back inside without saying another word. The guardsmen that were raiding outside have seemingly fallen away. There is still way more guards walking around than normal, but none of the raiding thing going on currently outside. So, what is the plan?
John's gonna put his hands on his hips and like the most childish goading. You think this train is gonna make me vomit? Wanna bet?
You know for a fact that I have very little money.
Eh,
I have
I
10
don't have to
silver.
money.
Jin doesn't have much money.
Why? What are you suggesting?
I don't know, what, something stupid. Um, if I don't throw up,
Mm-hmm.
then you carry my bag. And if I do throw up, I'll carry your bag.
Okay, but I do need my stuff, so...
Or, 100 push-ups or whatever.
Oh, okay, sure.
100 push-ups.
Just looks at his kind of stringy arms and... eh. Sounds good. Paris reaches up to shake.
Yeah, Jin's gonna shake his hand really firmly.
Of course.
Thrax is just listening and grinning for no reason at all.
No reason at all.
I made no bet.
Yep. So, where to from here?
I think we should possibly stop off and see our friend at the magic store. I believe that he had the gun for me, anyway.
I'm down.
Okay. Should have plugged in my mouse instead of using the touchpad. Oh well.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Okay. You all make your way down south through Storm Lodge. Again, seeing a lot of guards.
Are we getting eyeballed?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially as you're walking with bone horses. But particularly getting eyed up occasionally as people seem to notice their ears is Jun.
Jin, as they're riding, is going to just casually move to the back of the group. And in like a moment where no one is looking, he is going to just change the shape of his ears.
Just more of a normal human shape,
Yeah.
less pointy.
Yeah. Nothing so dramatic that anyone's going to go, just
Of course.
like
No.
real subtle human ears.
Cool. All right. Well, as you finally make your way down, getting less and less looks as you make it down there. The gate is open. Doesn't seem to be any restrictions on it at this point in time. There are a few guards standing around, but they're just banging up people, not stopping anyone. They do obviously, you still get looks for the bone horses, but you were getting less looks. It seems like people around here are used to your guys' sort of shenanigans. So
We did have a big fight in the street.
yeah, so it's less obvious than it was. But as you guys in Chicken Church and stop, mainly because of the lack of a magic shop. As you get close to where you normally would start seeing the the bright big blue pointed hat that sits on top of Zupimo's magic shop, it is entirely absent. And getting closer, you see that what normally does have that on top of it is a tiny little store, just a flat top store, single story, nothing really magical about it. That is currently closed up. It has a closed sign on it. It seems to have been there for a little while.
Yeah,
I wondered if this would
I'm not
happen.
surprised.
Do you remember that he said he was going to go to the other place, Copper Knight, to investigate there? And it looks like he has not yet returned.
Ah,
I hope he's okay.
Hmm.
pretty dull magic shop, guys.
It usually has a big hat, and it's really cool, and he's got cool stuff. Ugh,
Dang, I love a good magic shop.
I
Uh,
hope he's okay.
Varys, make a perception check for me, please.
Hmm. That's my thing. I'll do that.
That is your thing.
Oof,
I
not
advantage
great.
of you. Oh, I don't see it. I'm lagging.
15.
15.
Rolled a 5.
Uh, 15. 15. Yeah, yeah. I'd say with your general perception, that sort of adds up. You when Jin starts stating stuff about the magic shop, you look at them and something seems different about them all of a sudden.
What seems different? There's something different about you.
What? No, nothing's different. I'm. You're imagining things.
Hmm.
When Varys says that, can I give a good look over?
Yeah, yeah. With a mention of it, I'd say that would be enough. But I'd say also deception and insight from you guys as well.
Sure.
Wait, insight or perception?
No, so perception from you, Thoracus. Insight from Varith and deception from Jin.
Oh, you want me to roll? Yes, I can do that.
Yes.
Damn, I rolled low.
Ooh. God damn. Nice.
No. But you can't spot anything particularly different about them. Yeah, Varys, you take it at their word then.
Hmm.
Still can't sink that feeling, but they seem like they're not aware of it either, whatever it is.
Hmm.
Like,
Okay.
he's June shaped.
Hmm. Yeah, fair.
He's not growing any horns or anything.
No, true. I feel like I would have noticed that one. Definitely.
Yeah, we gotta really pay more attention to that.
Even when it's just the little nubbins underneath the skin. Yeah.
Yeah, don't assume it's a pimple, even if they're unwashed.
Ew.
Just for the hell of it, can I go up and knock on the door?
Sure. Go up.
Give it 3. Yeah, go up to it and give it 3 knocks.
There you go. And listen for a little bit. Nothing.
Okay. Right. Shall we?
As you step away, you see that the close sign has changed
Ooh.
from. So it seems like it was magically placed there. It addresses you directly. Says, "Hi, Vareth.
Nice.
I got your
Oh.
gun. I don't. If you're reading this, I'm still at Copper 9. Don't know when we'll be back."
Cool. Okay. I don't know. Ferris doesn't know whether or not to respond to the sign. Does it?
Well, it
just says it, right?
doesn't say anything. It's not saying it verbally.
It's
It's
just
just
written.
like written where the closed message was. And as you move further away from it, it cuts back into being to the same closed.
Okay. Cool.
Like a simple like changing note, essentially.
Nice. All right. So the gun's ready. He is still at Copper Knight.
Are we gonna go anywhere near there?
Okay.
That's a while away.
Uh,
We need to be in Cowport tomorrow, so.
Yeah, so we should really get going.
How long would it take if we were to go to Copper Knight and then to Cowport?
By train.
By train, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's in the half day. So it's a half day train ride from. It's a little over day ride. So you'll go from Haroga to Cowd, which is half a day, and then from Cowd to Upper Night.
And then
it's a
back to Cowd.
yeah, so that's a little over half a day. So it'll be a full day doing back and forth.
Yes, and we're needed tomorrow.
Yeah.
We can go to Copper Knight
Maybe we can go after, depending.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Full beans. All right. Well, make your way.
No,
back up.
Ailey, we can't just break in to the magic store in case there's potions.
I would
No,
say
we
that
cannot do that. Come on.
Ailey at
Got
least
my ass over here.
looks in the window to see if there's anything that they could steal.
Like fogging out
Yeah.
the glass.
Yeah. But let me roll a percentage. Skills perception. Well, it's pretty good for them. So they see that there is nothing in there. Like it is stark empty. Like not even shelves. From what they can see in there, like it. In fact, the entire layout of the place internally seems to be different to the setup that it normally has when it's open. So it seems like Zupimo doesn't just put a head on top of it and call it a day. He seems to magically change this entire building inside and out to be his store.
Cool.
Like,
Dang.
So there is nothing
What
in
is
there
this guy?
currently.
A retired adventurer? Like, how did he become such a badass?
Maybe.
he had like extra rooms and stuff inside of his. We went and shot at targets inside the building. It was really cool.
Whoa. Okay. Maybe I should respect him a little more.
He's been nothing but kind to
Yeah.
me.
Yep. You run into some very powerful people in your time. Anyway. Cool. You continue on. Go back. Well, continue the horses. Back up north. You take a look over at the burnt out remains of the church that you've had times with. So it doesn't seem like there's much going on, much activity in that area. There's a few other churches that have popped up nearby that do seem to have people. Probably from that weird elf that you had met previously, dragged around.
Showing them the sights and then freak them out. They left.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, you don't see them around. He's probably having to hide himself away from all this anti-elven rhetoric going around.
Dang
So-
racism.
Yeah. So, make your way back up and around, the way over back into Westgate, up the street to where your train entrance is. Inside the entrance.
Mm-hmm. Put it back together as best we can.
From the inside as much as you can.
well practiced.
Yeah,
Should
at
we
this point,
roll for that again, like Ailey normally does, or
I can roll. I can roll that for Ailey. I mean, I feel like at this point, you guys are pretty good at it. You've done it several times already.
yeah?
But yeah, still, still perfectly fine. Seemingly, anyway.
It's still an 18.
Yeah. So you get in the walk down the long corridor. You're gonna have to take it in batches. If you're taking the horses with you on the elevator. So who is going first?
Jun is really eager to prove himself, so he's gonna jump in there with his horse.
Varys will go along beside him then.
'Cause he wants to show off his lead-lined stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have been in the elevator before.
And he
So-
didn't throw up that time.
No. So roll Constitution save at advantage for this one. It is a little bit shorter, but it is also a bit faster because of the.
Here we go, 16.
Yep. Yeah, you were prepared for this one. Varys presses the button to make it go down, and you feel that jolt in the. Like, yeah, this is fine. I can handle that train, no problem.
Varys's just grin is slowly extending the closer they get to the train.
Yeah. And then Farrakis and Ailey and Cutthulip come down with their horses, no problem. And then you make your way um, through the corridors here. This is very much like the John's perspective. It's very much like the ruins that you were just in, the middle temple. Oh, it is. Seems like it's seen a lot more disuse, more derelict, and comes to the train room, where you just see there's like a small contraption small a carriage-like contraption that sits in the center of the room on some tracks there, and it seems to be pointing both ways simultaneously. But one of the ways it's pointing goes to a dark corridor that seems to just go on for ages when you look down there.
Oh, it should also be said this is not public knowledge. Us and Wakelaw are about the only ones that know about it.
Sweet. Personal transportation?
For now.
Cool. You'll alight the train. Is that what the... No. Alight is the other way around, I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
Yes.
you get on the train and you go. Can I get a constitution save from you?
We adopt the train.
Ooh. 16.
Nice. All right. The train lurches forward. You feel your last meal come up,
Can I?
and yep. What are you doing?
Is he about to swallow real hard?
Essentially, yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it seems like Varys is going to lose the vet.
It does seem like that is going to happen, yeah.
Then can I just...
Oh.
vomit?
Does this count as being...
It doesn't cause damage.
No, but does it count as being charmed. It does, right?
I think it is a charming. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
At the very least, you would have advantage over it from other stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure I
from the
have.
enchantment, yeah.
Let me check your stuff here.
Enchanted.
It's an enchantment spell.
I knew there was a strong case for June not, like, for June being able to resist this, but I'm just curious as all heck.
Oh, where was it? I wonder if I'm misremembering which character this is.
Yeah,
You're half elf, right? Half elves have
Because there would
Fey
have been many,
ancestry.
maybe.
yeah, you do have Fey ancestry, so you will get a
If
will
it's a
get
charm.
advantage on it for sure.
Mm.
And you
It is a
Okay.
wisdom save, so you'll probably save.
Yeah, I also have advantage on saving throws against being frightened and magically put to sleep. I was misremembering what that was.
Yeah, so you will
Yeah,
for sure.
but not against vomiting.
you don't get you don't get con save, but you get it from the magical effect for sure. So please make a wisdom save at
Oh.
the ancestry does give you advantage on charm stuff, so you get it from both being magical effect and being.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Oh!
Oh!
Damn it!
Fuck.
Damn it!
Advantage for the win.
Ah, so close.
So will I hear the fact that Thoricus said this?
Oh yeah, 100%. So as you're about to as you're starting to feel it coming up, and you're about to swallow it back down again, you hear just reverberating voice that seems like it comes from inside your own mind. Um, just sort of implore you to vomit, and you go, and then swallow it back down. You're like, and then you just look over at Thoricus as they're like, ah.
I mean, I'm looking perfectly innocent. I don't know what you mean.
Okay. Thoricus looks
And so
perfectly
I would
innocent,
know that it was
but
Thoricus?
you know for sure that it was Thoricus that did that.
Oh, I really want to use one of my things, but I can only use it once a day. Never mind.
It's gonna be the next day very
No, not
shortly.
for shenanigans. Shenanigans. Am I going to regret this? Probably.
No, I think what I'm going to do is just... I'm going to turn around at Thoricus, and Jin is feeling rather offended and is going to completely overreact. He's going to growl at Thoricus, but when he does, his entire jaw and mouth and nose is going to become a dragon's maw, and he's going to growl at her through his dragon's maw.
Yes.
Can I then use my thaumaturgy to make a chicken sound come out his mouth?
Let me a second. I think that'll fly, but just check. Oh man.
You create a sound that originates from a point of your choice within range.
But does it override the sound I'm already making?
No, so you'd hear the growl, and then you would hear "Fuck."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. It wouldn't overwrite the growl. So you'd hear the
No.
growl, and then the clucking of a chicken.
Jin is going to snarl and out of thin air summon his pact blade. So all of a sudden you see a quite long scythe come into existence.
So, like, sort of out of the shadow of the lights that are being cast in the train, Jun just seems to pluck a scythe out of the air, seemingly out of nowhere.
John feels a small press into the center of his spine, and he has a click. You won the bet, friend. I feel like that's enough, yes?
She started it.
Oh no, you started it. I nearly finished it.
And he's going to snarl at her, which I can't do. I might have to practice.
Practice now.
your
You're all
snarl.
good. We can all imagine us now.
And then he's going to turn his face back into regular Jin face.
So, were you
Ooh, I pushed his buttons.
using for that specifically?
Shape changer.
Just your shape changer? You weren't going to use
I thought about the dragon mantle, but it doesn't. Like, I kind of figured it would come with all of these amazing visuals, but it actually doesn't if I read the description.
Yeah, that is true. It does just. Yeah. I mean, for flavor, you can say that it does do. It literally says the terrifying power of your patron,
Yeah.
which is, without a doubt, its presence. So
Yeah, even if it's like, a shadowy dragon kind of presence or like, yeah.
Yep.
It would be
Like
fucking
an
cool.
overlay.
Yeah. Dragon
Yeah.
overlay.
exactly. I mean, you're a shadowy dragon sort of stuff going on there. So yeah, I would say that would be what would happen. Is that like the draconic shadow of Null, forms into that maw and then flows over you as a proper mantle. Given given that swirling, shadowy look to you, but also giving you the look of like a dragonborn essentially, as you get the claws and the face and stuff to make it look like that, because that'll give you those bonuses.
That's for another time.
Haley would have been all over this.
It would be a dragon there for a moment, but they're not here, so.
They
Um,
probably fell asleep when the train started rocking.
yeah, that's probably it actually.
Let's pretend they're asleep and we can tell them about it later.
Perfect. Yeah. I'd say while you're doing it, getting some extra juice on this. Can I get you to also roll a perception check for me?
Who, sorry?
You, Jin.
Me?
Yeah, while you're facing down Thrikus in this moment.
9. I've
I
ever
was supposed to say,
perceived
Thrakus has
anything.
been grinning this entire time.
Oh yeah, for sure. You get the feeling that in this moment, in the moment directly preceding the conjuration of Jamie, it was probably not a good move. uh, but still, you don't take that on board.
No, of course not.
But it's the tiny little tingle in the back of your mind. Maybe that wasn't a good idea.
Hey, maybe it wasn't, but I've got powerful people on my side too.
True.
That's what Jun's thinking. He's
They don't.
it's like a my dad's
They
gonna
don't know that
kick
you're
your
cool.
dad's butt.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, this is why Thrakus has been such a little jerk, because like she just all she can think of is that she hasn't had a good prank war since she left the forest. And June is so
Oh man,
prideful that it's just begging,
you have
begging
you have no idea
for it.
how how close this is to your prank wars. Anyway,
But yeah,
so um, let's go to the continent first off, as you guys are on your way down. We could just go straight to Cal. Let's do it. Activate. Oh boy, there's a lot of people here who ain't here. Bye, 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 bye. And buddy. Ta-da.
It's a whole new city.
It is. So, the train arrives after half a day of travel, so it'll be you got to the city like around midday-ish. So you guys arrive here at night. Well, at least what is becoming night right now. So that's what you feel as you arrive in the train station. To Jun, the only way that they really know that they've arrived at a different place now it's all lit back up, and the room that you're in now that contains the train has two long corridors at either end that are black and seem to go on forever. But everyone else flips out, no problems, and makes their way out towards another good old elevator. So, what? No, that's not what I'm trying to say here. Another elevator. Jun, can you make another Constitution save?
Sure.
At advantage to get this elevator. Yep. Totally gotten used to taking elevators now. No problems there.
I'm gonna walk with a little bit more of a spring in my step, like, oh yeah. I think I'm the shit.
Yep, that checks out.
looking at June just going ahead, I just turn to Varys and I'm like, "This is gonna be fun."
Well, it will be a fall from lofty heights, I'm sure.
So you arrive in, well, when you reach the top and the door opens, for Jun, it seems like you've arrived in just a musty old cellar. But as everyone comes up and moves through, and you follow them, you realize that you are in a house, with a lounge area, completely devoid of furniture at this point. But
Nothing to lounge on.
yeah, nothing to lounge on at the moment. But there is a lounge seemingly across from you. There is a kitchen down the hall. There are stairs up to what appear to be rooms from the hall as well. I imagine that Ailey would absolutely take you up to the ward room, where they will absolutely show you the bust of Belgalore, which, as everyone knows, is the actual bust of Belgalore that was turned to gold, and is still, as much as they have removed the bits that were on the bottom of it, it is very
Defleshed.
clearly, yeah, very clearly once a man. So yeah,
Dude,
It-
how did you do this?
This a potion.
It was horribly satisfying and terrible at the same time.
This dude was a warmonger.
It was still
Yeah.
not pleasant to
This
see
is what we do to them.
face to face. Varys says as the guy who did it.
And it was
yep.
it was pretty cool.
It's just this utter look of horror on this man's face. Like, just imagine being just as your body, brain, and
Not only that, you were also asleep right up until the moment that you started getting shot.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. That was a time.
Jun has a look of amusement and satisfaction on his face.
He got what was coming to him for starting this.
Yep.
But,
Other than that, Ailey will show you the other bits and pieces they have hanging around. Their little dagger, like just think of a pile of garbage, basically. But they're like, pick things out and show you little bits of things like my bed sheets I stole from them, and there's a little dragon claw. The apple cider. It's my clothes that I got.
And I just found them lying around.
Exactly. But then she'll probably no. This would have been left with Varys' stuff. So I'll show you that. It depends.
I think
You guys all
Varys'
just sort of
stuff is up in the.
yeah,
It's
you guys
all up in
just
the
sort
order.
of dump all your stuff in there. All right. Then,
Not all of it, just the
Yeah.
stuff we didn't keep in our inventory.
yeah, stuff you left there. Well, Ailey would pick up the short sword with dragon slaying and be like, "See, I got this, so no one can get me."
Is she explaining to Jun what it is?
She would absolutely explain that to you.
He's gonna scowl at her. No, he's gonna scowl at the sword.
Yeah, I don't like it either. And I just chuck it down nonchalantly. Jiggle a bunch of coins around.
You should turn it into scrap.
Here it's
Some
not
of
that
this stuff
easy.
is. Some of this stuff is magical. It doesn't just turn into scrap.
There are ways and means. He
When you have
says
enough-
like he knows anything.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, if you have enough
Why
magical
June?
power.
Scared of a bit of steel? Why June? Scared of a little steel?
He's gonna like raise one eyebrow at you and look up and down at his scythe and look back at you. Like, yeah, right. I'm totally scared of a little bit of meadow.
Then why the attitude?
On the
Oh,
subject of maybe avoiding things in this room, stay the fuck away from my barrel. And Varys will point towards his barrel. Any
Big
flame
barrel.
near that, you go up, and if you don't die, I kill you, because that's all the shit that I need for my weapon.
Yeah, I'm not allowed in
explodes.
that corner.
Yeah,
Neither's
I
Ailey.
trust you, but I also don't trust you. I'm sorry, not with that.
No one is
I'm
allowed.
also kind of partially made of fire, so you know,
Mm, it could just happen.
I could.
You know?
I mean, I could stub my toe and set something on fire.
Oh yeah, yeah. You bump into it in the middle of the night and you don't see it.
Just
Yep.
Jonah's gonna shrug and be like, whatever, bro.
I joke, but yeah, seriously, don't get any fire near it. It will blow up the entire building, and probably the ones next to it.
Yeah, Jin's gonna like just nonchalantly walk away to the other side of the room and look at something else and not at all admit that he's gonna follow the instructions he's been given because he's beginning to develop some respect for Varys.
that's fair. Okay. So late at night, you're home. You guys just gonna
Late night come home?
yeah.
No song
Yeah.
lyrics this time.
Anyway,
I know.
okay. What are you guys doing? Are you gonna go out late at night, or are you gonna sleep it off and sort it out in the morning?
Oh,
Um,
well,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
Jin is definitely gonna like back in the kitchen, kind of go through the cupboards and find a drink.
Okay.
Which is totally appropriate to do in
You're
someone
looking
else's
for a
house.
while.
Roll an investigation.
20.
All right. So you're searching through the cupboards, noticing that most of them are starkly absent. But then you sort of notice as you're going through some of them that there's like a sort of a false back to one of the cupboards. And then you just sort of get your claws in there and pull it away. And lo and behold,
What the?
there's a bottle of ancient whiskey in there. Wait a minute. As soon as you pull it out, Ailey is just open mouth.
You got alcohol from nowhere.
Yes!
I like this one. We can keep this one.
Hey doll, I've always got a nose for booze. It's like this scrawny dude trying to act like a 20s gangster just for a moment.
Hey.
Are there glasses? Okay, he's gonna share the bottle with Ailey.
Ailey takes way larger swigs than you do, but you manage to get enough in you that you get a little bit tipsy throughout the night. Anybody else?
I'm just staring at June most of the night, waiting for him to do something. I don't
Fair
trust
enough.
him in my house.
Um, do you eventually go to sleep, or are you gonna stay up?
Oh yeah,
Because June will
I'll
eventually
sleep
fall asleep.
literally. I'll sleep literally in the doorway to our horde.
Okay. uncomfortable sleep for you? Well, I mean, everybody's sort of sleeping on the floor, so everyone kind of has an uncomfortable sleep. You really do.
I mean,
need
I'm
your
always used to
chair.
sleeping on the floor.
Alright, well. Anyway, crack of dawn.
Sorry, I would do one thing before I go to
Okay.
bed.
Yep.
I'll just use up my 2 spell slots to cast Identify before I go to sleep.
Okay. What are you identifying?
I would like to try and identify 2 of the spicy rifle bullets that I have from ages ago. If possible.
Okay.
If not possible, I understand. Because I didn't have understanding of magic then.
I don't have that note for exactly what those were.
I am happy to do the spicy pistol bullets instead. Just 2
I
in
mean,
the one.
I think I'm pretty sure I know what is supposed to be. The problem is, I'm gonna have to write that down separately for myself, so I remember when we back. So, can you, for one of those, roll me a D100?
Oh. 55.
55. Okay. That one will make all your hair fall out,
Wonderful.
but it will come back
Oh.
within 24 hours.
Okay. That's a quick disguise, I guess.
So if you want to be real slippery.
If we need to swim somewhere,
Mm.
I'm not very good at swimming.
If you gotta go through anything sticky.
True, true.
Next one.
Yep. Sorry, I only rolled the one. Another D100. $19.
Okay. That one you would cast grease centered on yourself.
Okay. That could be helpful.
Sometimes.
Cast what?
Grease.
Which basically puts down just a big
Grease.
circle of flammable grease down on him and everybody else. So if you like
Flammable.
stepped outside of it and set it on fire, that would be great.
It has happened before as well.
It has indeed.
It very nearly got set on fire.
So
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know. Probably taking that one out of rotation for now. Both of them, in fact. Yeah, that'll be all I'm doing.
yep.
Well, at least you know. Oh, I better prepare the next day's spells.
Yes.
So we're planning on meeting with a bunch of people, aren't we?
Oh,
Yes.
could I do one last thing before we go to sleep?
Sure.
At some point, Varys will take Jun aside. Okay. So you did win our bet. I would like to offer you something.
Oh yeah? Okay.
It isn't much, but take it as a token of my faith in you joining our little group. And Varys will hand out the little golden ring that he got from in the ruins.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything, it's just shiny.
Oh. All right. Oh. You know, and when you said joining our little group, you kind of saw Jun like ever so subtly flinch, like yeah. But he's still kind of gonna take it, but he's being a little bit tentative about the idea. But he's gonna say thank you.
Mhm.
And he'll
I'm
take
just-
it.
I'm just imagining Ailey walking by with holding this bottle of whiskey and seeing you like holding up this little golden ring to a bigger man, like, because it essentially looks like you're always kneeling down. Like, take this ring.
Oh no, Ailey's gonna
And
start
Ailey just
fanfic.
takes a swig. All right. So you accept the golden ring.
Sure.
Stand over it.
Does it fit one of my fingers?
Yes. Fits you surprisingly well. Would not did not fit Varys at all.
I will wear it.
That's it. Golden ring does not provide invisibility. Sorry.
It's alright.
Is that the one with the engraving?
No, no. It was one that was found in pockets of pockets of rags of how the clockworks that were around.
Yeah, it wasn't the one that we found that has that horrible, tragic backstory around it.
Yes, not that one. Anyway, you may now do your resting, please.
Jin is gonna like find a spot in the corner of the house, like downstairs on his own to curl up. And when he's sure that he's alone, he's going to pull out his crystal and pray.
Okay. Preparing for anything in particular, or just hoping for some context?
Yeah, he's trying to keep Null updated on what's going on.
Right. So just a
And sorry?
sort of a check-in, like
Yeah.
telling Null about your day.
Yeah, and please let me know that you've heard this, and like he's trying to come off all casual, but it's actually a giant senpai notice me.
Yeah. Okay. Can you roll a D100?
I sure can.
Like a Dear Diary, but to Null.
Do you know, today the Rikus was mean to me. Oh my
And you
god.
should smite her.
Wow. You. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. That's a number. Okay.
Oh no.
Um. You and you're sort of like a little tipsy, sort of praying to Null. You the sort of muscle that you can feel occasionally, that sort of it indicates the presence of your. This is what you feel most when you're exhibiting your magic. You know, it's not like a real muscle in your body, but like it feels akin to it. You know, you usually feel it sort of aching when you're out of magic, sort of deal. Um, and it has been sort of acting up a little bit since you've come to this land. Um, you know, you're feeling a little bit more tired than you normally would after using some spells. Hasn't greatly affected you yet, but as you pray to know, you feel a sort of a pull on it, um, like you interpret it as though Null is saying, I can still feel you. I'm still in contact with you, um, but not much more than that.
Yeah.
But oh boy, if you're of one number.
That could have been really entertaining, though.
It could have been. It really. You have no idea. Anyway,
Yeah, and he's gonna like probably be so exhausted that he's gonna fall asleep curled up in the corner of this room, like clutching his crystal. And it's kind of cute.
everybody else, roll in long rests if you need to. Make sure all of your spells and everything are reset if they weren't already, so you couldn't have used many of them. Cool. Crack of dawn. You're all awake. You know, not a great sleep, sleeping on the floor or sleeping curled up or sleeping in a doorway. I think the only one of you that got any good sleep would have been Ailey, as they curled up on top of their hoard of items and things.
And consoles.
Jin's used to sleeping on floors.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Jin would have been. Console would have got a good sleep as well. But yeah, considering Ailey's stuff has a lot of clothes and linen in it.
Somewhat cushioning hoard.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like sleeping indoors.
But Jin would get awoken, having found a corner in the lounge, sunlight beaming in through the tops of the windows.
It's just the way he prefers.
So, what's the plan? People to meet, got things to do.
We should seek out either Wayclaw or whoever they're sending as an intermediary if they're not here.
Do they
We
have a
also
count? Go.
There's
Oh, I said what I was going to say before, sorry.
Do they have a council chamber here?
Good question. Do they? That we've seen?
Not that you've seen.
We might just have to ask around, I guess. Sure, we'd find it.
Cool. So just leaving? Making your way downtown? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Walking fast.
You open the door onto the what? Immediately get hit with the smells of what seems like a large fishing ship has arrived this morning, and it is filling the entire city up with the smell of ocean fish. It's not pleasant. Not super pleasant unless you're like really into that. But at the very least, everywhere's going to be selling fresh fish for the day. But it's fun. So, where you going? What are you doing?
Are we
Yes.
going on our horses or are we walking?
Imagine that horses would be quite a bit to handle inside the city.
Yeah,
So,
it's better if we keep them in. We
Mhm.
really should we be renovating for a stable, or they don't eat, they don't poop.
They don't even move if we move too far away from them.
But it feels wrong.
We can. Hey, if we get the extra money for a stable, we can have it added to the house.
Yeah. Okay. We should probably buy beds though.
Hmm. We should be able to do that. I talked to Wayclaw and we should be getting some coin today.
Nice.
okay.
So off into the market and maybe ask around. Or just look for some buildings
Yeah.
as we go.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So, make your way downtown to the trade ward, where, as I said, everyone's selling fresh fish today. Just a whole lot of it going on. Um, as you get into the market, you hear someone shouting out from behind you guys, seemingly trying to get someone's attention.
We'll
In
turn
a
back.
sort of an angry sort of way.
Oh. I will turn back with a different expression on my face. What are they saying?
You, the red
Me?
one.
Oh. Oh boy.
I pull my bow
You just
as I
immediately
turn.
turn around, pull your bow. Oh,
Yep.
he gets
Fucking hashtag
the guy is like close enough. You can see him for sure. It's just like a human man. Dark hair. Oh, sorry,
Hmm?
I mistook you for someone else. He's just holding his
I
arms
make
out
my voice
defensively.
boom using my thaumaturgy and say, "Who was it?"
I don't know. She just looked like you.
Ooh.
I lower my bow and start like running at this man.
Hold
Instead
on.
of cows as you approach. Oh God!
I grab him by the front of his shirt and I start shaking him, going, "Who is she? Where is she?"
I, I don't I don't know.
Hold on, Strikers. We might be able to get more information out of this man if you stop shaking him.
Fine. And I stop shaking him, but I'm still holding him up by the front of his shirt.
What did you have a grievance with somebody of tiefling descent? What's
Yeah,
going on?
a, a lot of them just they they came to town looking for somebody, and they just sort of they weren't very polite. They destroyed a few taverns and a few shops on their way through.
And do you really feel like you getting that person's attention is a good idea? If
Well,
you couldn't stop them from getting the taverns?
I thought I'd isolated one of them that I could at least see something, but I guess that's not the case. I'm sorry.
Who did they say
Where
they
did
were
they
looking
go?
for?
Who do I answer
Where
first?
did they go?
Both. At the same time, interchanging your words.
They went north. They went north to Roga a
When?
couple of days ago.
Thelby and Hiroger. What? Now then?
Probably.
We should get word to Wakelaw.
Who were they looking for? Yes.
Oh,
Who were they looking for?
you don't know.
You said they were
Who-
looking for someone.
That's what I heard.
So they gave you a name, a description, what?
Roll an intimidation check, please. With at advantage.
I am assisting. Trying to talk Thrakus down.
Good cop, bad cop right now.
Hey, could have been worse.
Oh, no.
Hey, hey.
My computer's not caught up yet. Oh.
Yeah, it was
Hey.
that advantage was super helpful.
It was very
Yep.
helpful. Okay, just please stop shaking me. They were looking
We're
for
shaking more.
They were looking for one of their own. They were looking for another tiefling.
Is there anybody else who they talk to directly that we can talk to? People that would know the name of the person that they were asking about.
They asked a bunch of tavern keepers around here.
Okay,
Probably all of the tavern keepers, now I think about it.
good to know.
They were basically just asking anybody. They sort of pushed over a lot of people on the street. So, are you gonna let this guy go?
Yeah, I just sort of stare into the distance for a minute while still holding on to him. Then I just drop him and turn around and leave.
He just bolts as soon as you dropped him.
I'm going to just cast a glance around and see if anybody. Well, I'm sure that we've got a bunch of people looking at us.
Oh yeah.
But if anybody seems to have like proper ill intent,
Oh no.
Well-
as soon as
Oh,
you
I'm
look
good at
around,
making a scene.
immediately, as soon as you look around at the people looking at you, they immediately look away like, oh.
While this is happening, where are we? Like, are we near market stalls?
Oh yeah. Like you were on the edge of the market right now, so there's a couple of stalls right next to you guys.
Jun would like to take advantage of the chaos to get his steely little hands on some breakfast.
They're mainly selling fish at the moment.
He'll eat fish.
breakfast
Alright.
fish,
Breakfast fish.
Breakfast fish.
breakfish.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. I mean, it is fresh.
Yep.
Fresh breakfast.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Amazing. Oh dear. Okay. Well, roll your sleight of hand. You will have advantage. You need it. Yep. While you notice that everyone's sort of looking away, you just sort of grab a fish by his tail and just, that's yours now.
Sweet.
It's not like ready to go. It's like still like scaled and everything.
Jun used to be a street urchin. He's
Sure.
gonna find a rock and like take the scales off and find a way to cook it and eat it.
You come back to the team after this has all happened, holding a fish.
Yeah. Maybe he'll like use his scythe to scale the fish. Just for
Just in the middle of the
the
street.
humor of it.
Apparate the side in the middle of the street and just stop.
Or maybe he'll turn his packed blade into something more sensible like a dagger and just start scraping the fish.
Maybe. Oh dear.
If I only had someone who was super proficient at these things.
You're probably going to notice that I'm doing it really badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh dear.
I mean, it's just brickfish for him, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
One fish, so I'm not gonna help.
Fish.
I'll
Thrakus,
just defend him. What?
are you okay?
Yes?
Okay,
We have a meeting to get to, don't we?
we do.
Do, 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 do.
I think I'll just probably at that point just wander around and ask to see if there's like council chambers or a town hall or whatever.
Well, as you're about to start asking people about things, you notice someone approaching in less aggressive mode this time, who has gilded robes and stuff on them and seems to be of some power, of some height, and has definitely noticed who you guys are, and is approaching from the other side of the market.
Spotting that, I will walk forward.
Okay. I come over it and say, "Well, your reputation precedes you.
Apparently, by quite a while.
Yes,
Sorry, what was your name?
my name. Let me find it real quick. Hold on. God damn
Alright, didn't mean to put you on the spot,
it.
Skelly.
No, that's fine. It's not your fault that I have. It's not your fault that I'm on holiday and just casually doing whatever I want around here.
Hell yeah.
And that right.
Yeah.
Wait for it. And it's still in one place, I guess. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
I think Jun's gonna start picking bones out of the fish and like maybe eat some bits of it raw.
It's actually really nice. It looks like it's like a deep sea tuna of some sort. Um, like you would almost pay $12 for what you've just yourself with. So
Hmm.
and it's big too. Like it's gonna take you a little bit to get through that.
If it's really big, I'll offer some of it to Varys and Thrakus and Ailey. Breakfish?
Breakfast? Yeah, sure.
Bud,
Mm. Alright, brickfish.
you may call me Grace.
Race one, was it?
Grace.
Ah. Nice to meet you. You are working with who I think you are?
Who do you think that I am working with?
Yeah, fair.
Well,
Who are you working with? I'll roll with something.
roll an insight check for me.
Sure thing. Not good.
Not good. But enough to
12.
know. Yeah, enough to know that this man is he is a spy in every way that you can acknowledge. Like he is what
Spy.
Alias aspires to be in every way. Like he could, yeah, he's got everything going on for him. But he seems to be being honest in this moment, but has certainly not given you his real name.
Hmm.
Yes, of course. Contact with Wakelaw.
Good to know. Sorry, do you have means of rapid contact with Wicklow?
Not exceedingly rapid, but he does plan on being here for the meeting, for sure.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
But I was to direct you to the meeting place and provide you with this paltry sum. And he protrudes from somewhere in his robes a large sack of gold.
Wonderful. We'll put it into the bag of holding.
Probably won't get that past Ailey without paying it first. So it is about 500 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And and at that small amount, Ailey looks up and goes, "Where's the rest?"
So
Because, well, platinum is a little bit harder to accumulate quickly, so I will have your sack of that. The meeting's proceedings.
thank you very much. Do we have any sort of warning about what sort of people we're going to be dealing with at this meeting? I
Politicians.
doubt that it's going to be. Oh, great.
Yes.
Varus just
Ministers
kind of
and
visibly
noblemen.
sags.
Ministers and noblemen of different ilk. My suggestion is that you say as little as possible and just sort of be present.
Our reputation certainly has preceded us then.
Yes, I imagine seeing you will be enough to sway many of them.
People know about us?
Some
People of influence know who we are?
yes.
That's unfortunate.
It is.
These people actually going to stop the war? Are they actually going to do anything?
Possibly. It really does depend on what you have to say to them, on how they're feeling today, on if certain ones of them show up, if their heart's in the right place and of just the right size today. If the shoes aren't on too tight.
Is
If the
this
wind
meeting...
doesn't...
Sorry, go ahead.
If the wind doesn't blow the monocle off their face?
Exactly.
Mm.
These people have no cares for life beyond their own. All they care about is what will benefit them. And, well, the Elven Kingdom does have certain resources that I'm sure many of them would like to get their hands on. And even if it means sacrificing a lot of lives, they're willing to do it. The question is not whether or not... Sure, we could convince a lot of them to the simple matter of fact that the elves aren't stealing magic, as most people don't even really believe. But others we'll have to convince that it is simply less economical for them to go to war than to do so, which is where Wade comes in,
There are
and perhaps your ambassador.
definitely.
Is this meeting early restricted in attendance or open to a variety of people?
There will not be any civilians inside other than yourselves.
I feel like we hardly count as civilians now.
Yes, I suppose at this point you are more mercenary.
Ugh.
Yeah.
He scoffs at your
Uh,
distaste for this.
Who are you most concerned about?
Well, from my occasional political investigations, dalliances, as you might say, there is a dwarf who his ministerial business of late has been around weapon manufacture, much like that sidearm you carry. I believe that
Does
he
this
will.
person have a name?
Yes, give me 2 seconds.
Sorry.
I have been setting it up while I've been
Oh,
talking.
yes, sir.
uh, uh, Dud
Is there
Grolin.
anybody in the same size category as me that you're particularly concerned about?
I see. um, okay, so this is first about the dwarf. He's Dud Grolim Mineforge.
ThatRandomGuy Mineforge.
Put them in there as well. Um, yes, who has been manufacturing in abundance your sidearm and your other weapon for the troops, and has been seeing significant cash flow for his troubles.
Yes, that's
As for
going to be a
your
problem.
as for your curious question, there are several humans outside as well who may fall into that. I don't have specific names for them, but after this meeting, I'm sure you'll be well acquainted.
Damn. Are you saying I can't do what I'm thinking of doing, Scully?
Well, I mean, you'd have to know what they look like for stuff anyway.
Yeah. So I'd have to go find them,
Yeah, so
then bonk them on the head, then turn into them.
exactly. So probably not in the short amount of time that you have.
Okay. I will not do that then.
But after the fact, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like there's a vote that's gonna happen. I don't know. Maybe not.
Anyway, so you all here talking to Grey Swallow. There's a few people around that shoot you looks. Seemingly, a few of them are looking at the Riker specifically, and then realizing that they are not who they look to be, turn away.
Varys is mad dogging anybody that's staring too long.
Fair, fair. I mean, Thrakus would undoubtedly be mad if you stare too long. So, Grace will let us say, yes, there has been a bit of a kerfuffle around here of late. Do you guys know anything about that?
That's probably something that we need to talk to Wayclaw about.
I see.
They've headed to Hirogar, from what we've heard.
Well, he won't be arriving for a couple of hours, and the meeting won't be until after lunch. I will. Would you like me to go in to see if I can get some names of other people you'll be meeting before, or would you like to be surprised?
I feel like we're going to be surprised either way.
Feel
Which
like
is
it's
very
best to
true.
be prepared.
If you want names, go for it.
Fantastic. I will see you later then.
Thank you.
And he disappears into the crowd. Even you, Varys, have a hard time tracking him on his way out.
Once he leaves, Jun's face, which has been, relatively polite, this whole conversation turns into a scowl.
Yeah, right there.
I hate politicians.
Join the club. Sadly, in our line of work, we meet a lot of them.
What are the chances they're actually going to do anything?
Honestly, I think it depends how many people were just dragged into this war because of the warmongers, and what sway Jamie and Wayclaw will have over the rest of them.
Jamie is pretty impressive.
An understatement for sure, but the crystal, it's enough evidence, but it may not be enough for some of them. Any rational thinking person, it would be enough to stop the war, at least long enough to search out this possibility. But if there's somebody making weapons and benefiting from their sale and use, why would we'd be taking away a cash cow for them?
Most people are not swayed by evidence, I find.
Yeah, the problem is if you kill one politician, you just got to get the rest. I mean, it's just not going to work, unfortunately.
Jin's gonna kind of grunt and go back to eating his raw fish.
Fair enough. So, what's the plan for the next few hours? Did want to hit up some tavern keepers. There's other people
Yeah.
here that you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'd like to meet up with someone we know, maybe, and see if they knew about who the other tieflings were looking for, and sort of more about that. I think I should avoid taverns.
I can go into places. People, well, if I put my guns away, people are usually fairly friendly towards me.
Well, there's the half human, half tiefling. Lieutenant that you previously. Clear. a couple of sellers of things. There was that perfectly legitimate seller that you guys met on the docks, came on that you haven't seen in a while.
He just fell off the back of a boat.
Yes. And there's obviously the tavern that you guys. The first night you guys were here, here, and there's a portside tavern over here. You guys have previously walked in as well. Cleo's place is down here. Down here. So, where do you want to go first?
Well, I mean, if we're looking for people who are probably going to be happier to see us, we could go see the locksmith. I gave them a decent sum of money last time we were here for the job that they did, so if they've heard anything, I'm sure they'll be happy to share. Otherwise, taverns.
Cool. Well, you don't get any complaints from Ailey.
Through his breakfast, John says, "Yeah, whatever, man. I'm good."
Okay.
Cool.
We'll head off towards Clea's place.
There, way down into the smeltery sort of what's the word for it? Industrial area of the city. And yes, make your way to Cleo's shop. What's the marching order here? You sort of leading the way, Varys, or?
I mean, probably. Yeah, I imagine so. Actually, sorry, could I ask one thing first?
Sure.
Am I able to, just out of morbid curiosity, just have a look under the robes at my horse and see if I can see any differences?
Are you guys carrying the horses, taking the horses around?
Oh, no, we didn't bring our horses with us.
No.
Yeah.
No, the horses. No, they stayed at the house.
Yeah.
Another time.
Another time. Another time. Anyway, as you approach Cleo's place, you notice that a lot of the stalls around here are are sort of they look like they've recently had to clean up a bit of a mess. A lot of their shelves and stuff seem bent out of place. Stuff had to have been picked up and has been into less optimal places. Just a whole lot of there's it's like a storm has been through here recently. Is the sort of feeling that you're getting as you walk in. But you make it to Cleo's place, no problem. And while he greets you, Varys with a smile, and notices Rakus with you, he sort of jumps back a little bit before realizing that no, he's seen Barakas before and knows that that's the friendly face.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, I didn't expect you guys. Didn't expect to see you so soon.
Yes. Are you keeping well? We hear that there have been issues about the town.
Yes, just newcomers don't know how to act.
Were they? We heard that they were looking for someone. Did they bother you?
Yes, I bothered a few people down the street. Well, I believe they were looking for your friend here, said Thrakus.
Shit.
Did they hear anything from you?
No. They, they just pushed over a few things, acting tough. But basically, once I'd recognized the familiarity of who they were looking for, I just, you know, told them to go north if they wanted to find you. Get them out of our here for a little while. I'm sure the guardsmen at Hiroga can deal with them a little better.
There are definitely a lot more of them at Hiroger, so makes sense. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I will reach into the bag of holding and take out 3 platinum and just give it to them for your troubles.
Thank you. There was no need.
We appreciate people who have an air of concealment in the right circumstances. We are not always popular.
Thank you. If you don't mind me asking, um, why is your mother looking for you, Thrakus?
Um. um. She didn't say, huh?
She didn't even say that she was your mother, but well, the likeness is uncanny.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Um. Well, why would a mother look for their child? Uh,
Well, she seemed pretty adamant,
what?
and with the other people she had with her, it's definitely a family dispute I didn't want to be a part of.
Sorry, not to cut in here, but other people? Well-armed people, I'm guessing?
Not particularly. Um, a couple of them had blades and stuff, but mainly they were just muscle, you know.
Okay.
But they were all red and
Hmm.
like Thrakus.
That's not good. It's not good.
Uh,
Why is it not good? I don't know. I don't know. It's not good.
Well, is there anything else that I can help you with?
um, anything interesting come in lately?
Uh, other than other than your friends, not so much. Um, a lot of fish lately.
Hmm.
No guards too. Um, yeah, just it's been it's been a time. There's a lot of hate going around, and I don't like it.
So, yes, we're hoping we can do something about that, but we feel that there are warmongers who want to continue doing what they're doing.
Yes, I do believe that there is, but I have hope. If anyone want to do it, I'm sure you guys can.
Well, that makes one of us, I guess.
Well, if you need any other help, don't be afraid to call out. There's been a few rumors of you guys going around. I'm sure.
Oh,
Well, you know.
come on, I
just-
love gossip. Tell me, what have people been saying about us?
Well, that you're, you know, I don't believe any of them, to be honest.
Are we campfire stories? Spooky stories to tell your friends?
Yes, there's been some spooky stories, of course. Some horrible stories about cutting a man in half. It's weird.
Oh. Yeah, no, that wasn't us.
You know, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, all those things. Stories I like to tell all the time.
That one's kind of true, yeah.
Yeah,
We at least attempt to.
does it does seem like, as he juggles the 3 platinum you've given him.
We do our best.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, one more thing. Do you know anything about the gunsmith who seems to have found himself in good stead given the current events?
No, I can't say that I know him personally. The dwarf, right?
Yes.
I know that a few smithies here have been contracted to make a few parts for something concerning him. He didn't seem to want to tell them what the complete design was. Like he was building something that he was keeping secret, but unrelated to the weapons that he was building.
He segmented it and only gave them what they needed to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Been there, done that. Okay. Paris just thinks very hard about the things that happened to him just before he arrived here.
Mm-hmm.
We all
His
seem to
mind
be
is
doing
just going.
that.
That's what a lot of people are doing right now.
Jin's just munching on fish.
Yep. Jin's just having the breakfast.
just in a sea of existential crises.
Pretty much.
Good times.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. Easiest 3 platinum I've made all year. Cool. Anywhere else you'd like to go?
Anyone?
Can we?
Can you?
Can we go shopping?
You can. You may.
Yeah.
What are you shopping for?
Yeah.
Anything in
A
particular?
new childhood, but mostly
No one
things
tells
for the
you.
house.
Okay, thing for the house. So, who wants to roll investigation? Or furniture and health fittings?
You can have a look around.
Who has the best investigation?
Believe it
That'd
is
be
me.
Vance.
Is this assisted or no?
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone else was with you.
Hey, much better.
Okay. Well, you guys look around the this area for a little while. Get your eyes on a few places that look like they'll sell furniture. There's a few glass blowers they'll sell, and what else? ceramics, and a bunch of other places that'll definitely sell you all of the things that you need to furnish a place. I'll say for the sake of brevity
Including
here.
beds.
Yeah, I'll say for the sake of brevity here. You guys spend the few hours before meeting, going through these places and ordering stuff for the house, the lounge, you know, lounging things, coffee tables, dining room stuff, plates and
Couches.
plates and cutlery and all that stuff for the kitchen, beds for the upstairs stuff, chests and wardrobes for all of your bits and pieces. Just ending up with a nicely furnished house.
Oh, could we also get a plinth, please?
As well.
Yeah, to put our macabre bust on.
Yes.
Are you looking for like a marble plinth or?
If there isn't one, just the closest thing. It can be a couple of boxes taped together.
Well, there does appear to
Or
be a stone sculpturist that you pass by as well, who will sell you a stone plinth to put a statue on. they wonder why you didn't want to buy a statue from them, but they will sell you a stone.
Did you
we
have
already
something
have
there?
something in our possession.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah, but for brevity, we'll say that sack of gold that you guys got covers all of that for delivery, setup, building of anything, resizing that jazz to furnish your home,
Nice.
Skyrim
Mm.
style.
Nice.
Cool.
Bam,
How much gold was that?
5 gold.
Okay.
That's finishing a whole house.
I know.
It's
But
a
it
lot
might
of
as well
it's a
be
lot of us.
like
It'll also come with like
I'm a
some
gob
like home clothing, fucking yeah. It's not just
cutlery and
cutlery,
plates and
all the little bits and pieces, cookware. You spend a few hours on this, and you even like you know dictate some of that work to other people. You go through the whole thing, the whole shebang of furnishing a house.
A lot of it is us just asking what normal people have in their houses.
Basically, yeah. Because these guys have a little bit of different stuff going on. As you know, they have like magical
I
powered stoves and everything.
can I buy a hammock for a
Yeah.
bed?
Instead of a bed, for sure.
Nice.
Cool. You get a hammock in your room.
Because if they don't make one, then I can just buy rope.
Yeah. No, they'll make you one. No problems. They'll even install it for you.
Okay. Nice. I'll have to inspect that.
Cool. So as you
Right.
guys finalize all of that stuff, Grey Swallow appears out of the shadows. Good day, everybody. How's it been going? Could have bumped
Good.
into him.
Good. We got some stuff.
Nice. We can all appreciate some capitalist catharsis, can't we? I do have some names for you of some of the humans in that not sect, that's a political party, I guess. There was a Nova Quinn and a Leonis Pickering.
Do either of those names stand out to us?
Sorry,
Could
what
be
was
my
the
mother's
second name,
name, and
Scully?
it wouldn't stand out to me.
Leonis Pickering. Like Pickering without a G.
Sorry, Thrakus, I spoke over you.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. It doesn't matter.
So, well, if you may, please follow me to the meeting place. And he leads you through the town, over into the northern part of it. There's a sort of a larger building that's more like a meeting house that seems like it would usually hold, like general elections or general sort of populace related things, probably for fire or something like that. This is just a large hall. Well, it's a large hall to enter into, but it seems to have like a sort of amphitheater out the back that's closed off, so no one can hear what's going on in it. It probably gets used for stage shows as well. But in the hallway, the hall's entrance, you see Wayclaw standing there, in all of his in all of his glory, with extremely fancy robes, very very nice, gilded and green, um, glittering stuff as he does. Ah, you've arrived.
Yes. We have a potential problem.
That's not what I
Versal
wanted to hear.
glance back towards Thrakus.
Lucas?
Mm, my mother's looking for me.
Okay. And that's a problem?
She shouldn't be. She kind of has a bunch of other tieflings, and they've been roughing up the town.
Looking for you.
That's what everyone said.
See. Well, if they're going to be a nuisance, I will alert the guards of Roga to watch out for them. But please, at your leisure, if you could deal with the problem, that would be fantastic.
Oh man.
Anything else? Any problems that have arisen since yesterday?
I mean, always, but nothing
Yes,
pertinent
I
right
suppose
now, I
that's
think.
true. Well, Grace Follow told me he brought you up to speed about the dwarf and his political party, as they're calling it.
Yes, the one who stands to gain the most from going to war. Yeah.
Yes, well, I mean, many of them do stand to gain a fair bit. He's just it's the most market share, I guess, in war.
Hmm.
There are others like mercenaries and
Ugh,
other
there's that word again. Gross.
yes, and other manufacturers, armor as well. Uh, uh,
Do
Courage
you
makers.
do you have anybody in town that could look into something for us? It could be relevant, although I can't say that it's not a personal interest.
Well, Grey Swallow will not be joining us. If you'd like him to, he is usually very discreet. Not
Well,
his would.
discretion is needed, I think. The dwarf appears to be working on something in particular, getting different craftsmen to make different things so that nobody's making enough of the same thing to work out what it is. It could be something extremely dangerous.
See, he just looks over at Grey Swallow. Grey Swallow nods and disappears. It will be done.
All right. Is there anything that we need to know going into this?
The politics of this era, this age of man, is tedious, to say the least. They usually spend a few minutes just sort of inflating their own egos a bit. I suggest you just think about something else for a little while. Go be present in another place mentally for a little while. And then check back in when I need someone, when I need you to show the evidence and summon the ambassador.
Sort of go to a palace in our minds.
Yes,
Interesting.
yes. I imagine your ability, the your ability to talk to others in your head.
Hmm.
If you could keep that on Ailey for me, please. Keep her talking in her head.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Um, that he leads you into the sort of auditorium sort of area. So yeah, like very much like a stage and area, sort of like an amphitheater sort of deal, where there's a stage at the lower level, with a pedestal, people to talk at, and there's just a whole bunch of raised seating facing it all the way up, like a good story upwards for people to sit in. You can see that there are already a few people sitting around, and you see what you imagine to be the dwarf that you've been warned about, um, sitting there with just a fantastic bushy beard that has been recently singed, like burnt a little bit, and he's brushed away a lot of the ash that has formed in it, but you can still see that it was recently exploded in.
Mm.
Um, but otherwise, he seems just like a stout, sort of regular dwarven man, um, and is flanked by two humans that you imagine the other two that were mentioned, as a lot of other people seem to separate themselves from them, either because they are trying not to be associated or pretending not to be associated, by sitting in different areas of the auditorium. There are also small conversations going on between them, so maybe they are just keeping those secret. But once Wakeful enters with you lot, they all sort of start to settle down a little bit. Conversations come to a close, as Wakeful shows you guys to sort of standing area beside the stage for you guys to just to stand and look pretty at, stand and look menacing at. And he goes up to the pedestal, begins like a few minute long spiel, introducing himself with all of his titles, as well as going through all of the other people that are here's titles and stuff. And eventually you guys realize that he starts talking about you, as he mentions your previous, the titles that you've been previously known as, that you've
Oh, Jun's
found
hearing
out
these
as
for
well.
the first time.
Yeah. Well, you've heard. Oh yeah, Jun is hearing them for the first time. Yes, 100%.
Nimi was there for the last lot, I think.
Yes.
Hmm.
Let me just find them so I can say them out here. Where the fuck did I?
Sorry, who's doing the introducing?
Wakelaw. Yeah, so he goes through the titles of a bunch of people. You guys pay attention when he says the names of the people you guys are watching out for. The Dud Brolim and the Novice and stuff.
No, Quinn and Leonis.
And then he points over in you guys' direction. Varus Moonfox, maker of the way, sharpest shooter in the east. Find everybody else here. Thoricus.
Maker.
Demon Bane, Quell of the Fae. Ailey,
So Demon Bane,
Quell of the Fae. Ailey,
Quell of the Fae.
the big one, dagger in the dark. As he shortens that a little bit, as you've heard previously that your titles are a little bit more than that, but there's also some titles that he hasn't heard given to you yet. Anyway, that concludes the introductory stuff. Notably absent is any mention of Jordan standing there. But you know, these things happen. So now that introductions are complete, this meeting has been brought forward as new evidence has come to light. Varus, would you please show the ministers the crystal?
Absolutely. I will step forward and produce the crystal that I have in my bag.
As you pull it out and show it, it's not particularly bright, but it shines like a little light bulb in your hand.
And just slowly rotate it around in my hand as well too, so that people can see all of it.
You see a lot of them sort of get up on this, stand up a little bit, lean over, and like squint. Would you, so a human from across the way, would you surrender that to us for investigation?
Do you have people with magical abilities capable of investigating this?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Wonderful. I will be happy to work in tandem with them.
Wakeful leans over to you, whispers, would you mind just handing it over?
Fine. And Varus will make a big show of it.
Let him like stomp your way over it. Plunk it down. Here you go, you fuck. Walk back over. So, what is it you claim this device has done, is capable of?
It contains magic. The metals of the, might I point out, pre-existing buildings that were already here when you got here? The metals from that transfer the magic. And it ends up in these. And I'll point at the crystal again.
Wakeflaw continues fishing. Basically, they have proven that it is not the elves who have taken the magic away. It is simply living here in these cities that has taken it away from us. That whoever built them had the motive of drawing magic out and putting them into these crystals, into these other constructs we've seen, like the dragon that these people have defeated, that you know that they did. It is unsightly that we would continue to war against other people for a falsehood. You hear a bunch of them some cheer at that. All of them, give their disapproval. We will hear now from the ambassador to the elves, from the elves, to lay this to rest. Points in your direction, Paracus.
I like awkwardly turn my back to them so that Jamie will be the right way. Like start, calling for her.
All right. You hear a few gasps from the audience as Paracus just starts billowing out purple smoke, and is generally just a terrifying sort of thing as it forms into his shadow, and then his shadow separates from his body, and then it lights up again as Jamie appears in front of Thoricus, and then moves through them and stands at the front of the stage. Again, lots of gasping from everybody around. Not used to this sort of displays of magic.
I just want to keep my eyes on our new dwarven friend. See what his reaction is to this.
He is scowling, for sure.
I've just got my eyes on him the whole time.
So, Jamie starts to speak. Council members, I stand in front of, well, I don't actually stand here in front of you. This is an apparition, a showing of our abilities. First and foremost, I want you to know that we have not been stealing your magic. That is a simple fact. There is no reason for us to do that. We have our own supply of magic that runs deep. As you can see right now, I appear before you without needing to take magic from anyone. That in fact, the Rikis was able to conjure me of their own will. They did not need to steal it from anyone. The crystal that you have that contains magic will show for sure that that is the case. But at the same time, I want you to understand that it is not sensible for you to fight us. There was a time, probably around the time that you first arrived here on this continent, where my own people fought against me and failed. And failed a lot, in fact. And it was only by pure charisma that they were saved from me. The reason why I am the ambassador to the Elven Kingdoms is not simply because I am beautiful to keep anyone from harming me, to put on a good face. It is a threat. I am the terror that will be unleashed if you go to war with the elves. And believe me when I say, you will not like it. And with that, you see the dwarf pull out a weapon very much like your own, Varys, and fire it into the air, causing a loud ruckus, of course, in this auditorium. That is enough threats, milady. We do not care for them. You misunderstand. I did say threat, but English isn't my, in fact, common isn't my first language. What I mean was, this is a promise. If you come into our lands, I will be forced to kill and control many of your people against you. And you do not want to see what happens if that comes. And she turns back into the mist and turns into a purple light or dissipating. Wayclaw does not seem impressed. And immediately sort of goes to you guys and tries to force you out the door. Go, 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 go.
Varys is not moving, and
I
he's
start to
staring
try
at
to
the wall.
clap for. Oh, sorry.
Oh, carry on.
I start to go to clap as if JB said something amazing, and then I'm like, oh shit, read the room. Let's leave. Let's leave.
Varys?
Varys stays for probably a second too long, but then turns around and leaves after the rest. The whole time he's just staring at the dwarf, and his hand is like twitching near his gun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Once you're all outside, you hear the room erupt in yelling and discourse. And Wayclaw's got you outside, the door closed now, and goes, well, that could have gone better. I don't know what to do now. I'm gonna go back in there and try and salvage some of this.
Yeah.
But I do understand where Jamie's coming from, and in any other circumstance, I think that would have worked fantastically. But these people don't understand the nature of what they are facing. So we will see if we can do something about it. Otherwise, yeah.
Are they really people that we can trust with that crystal?
I believe so. the one who asked about that, he's not part of their, as it were.
Hmm.
So he should try to turn it into a weapon of any sort, at least. But yes,
Okay.
I will endeavor to get it back to you.
Them seeing that this is what we have said it is more important than us getting it back. But getting it back would be nice.
Yes, I do understand. Well, thank you for coming. Grey Swallow knows where you live. He will find out what he finds out and get back to you, as well as your additional payment.
Much appreciated.
And that is where we're going to finish off for tonight, as it is
Ooh.
10:30. Oh boy. Well, that has been the recording. Sorry if it's a little bit scuffed. That's just how it was. We'll return to normal broadcasting after this. Yeah. What's the whole playlist? Do it. Anyway, see you later.